The Election Commission has recognized newly formed CPN Unified Socialist Party and Democratic Socialist Party. The government had brought an ordinance that facilitated the breakaway factions of CPN-UML and Janata Samajwadi Party to split and also safeguard the post of lawmakers. This development, experts say, is likely to change the power equations in the parliament as well as in the government. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the headlines of the hour. Breakaway factions of CPN-UML and Janata Samajwadi Party receive official status. The Election Commission recognizes CPN Unified Socialist Party and Democratic Socialist Party. 22 banks report of declining bad debts despite a slump in economic activities due to the ongoing pandemic. The US and UK warn their citizens of high terror threat at Kabul airport. Fear risk of Islamic State attack at the airport. And Arsenal thump West Brom 6-0 to reach the third round of League Cup. Aubameyang scores a hat-trick in the win. Southampton also thrashed Newport County 8-0. The Election Commission has formally recognized the Madhav Kumar Nepal-led CPN Unified Socialist Party and the Mahanta Thakur-led Democratic Socialist Party. Chairman of the proposed CPN Unified Socialist Party, Madhav Kumar Nepal, had reached the Election Commission yesterday along with 29 lawmakers and 54 Central Committee members to verify the claim for registration of the new party. The Commission did not take any decision on the three lawmakers, Som Prasad Pandey, Sarada Devi Bhatta and Maya Nyupani, who wanted to leave CPN-UML and join the new party. The Election Commission also approved 17 members, including 14 lawmakers of the Mahanta Thakur-led Democratic Socialist Party, which has split from Janata Samajwadi Party. The Commission will now send a formal notification of the registration of the new parties to the Parliament Secretariat. After that, the two new parties will come into existence separately from the parliamentary parties. The main opposition, CPN-UML, has accused the incumbent government of ending the parliament session abruptly and introducing an ordinance to split the party, terming the move as undemocratic and regressive. Speaking at a press meet in Lalitpur yesterday, after second-ranked leaders decided to stay in the party itself, party chairman KP Sharma Oli claimed that the Nepali Congress-led government's decision to bring the ordinance with the vested interest of an individual is unconstitutional. Chairman Oli stated that changing the incumbent legal provision facilitating an individual is undemocratic. Chairman Oli said restricting leaders to fulfill the quorum and the Speaker delaying to inform the Election Commission regarding the action taken against the leaders are against legal provisions. 44 COVID patients have succumbed to the virus as of late, taking the total death count in the country to 10,612. The country's total infection tally has reached 752,863 as 1,862 have tested positive. 1,781 have registered full recovery, taking the total recoveries in the country to 703,964. The recovery rate stands at 93.5%. Kathmandu district reported the highest 515 new cases, followed by Chapa with 179 and Kaski with 131. Bhaktapur has reported 142 new cases and Lalitpur 88. There are 38,287 active cases at the moment, out of which 35,250 are in home isolation, 610 in ICUs and 161 in ventilators. Now, 22 of 27 banks have reported bad debts have gone down compared to last year, despite a slump in economic activities due to the ongoing pandemic.
The average bad debts of 27 commercial banks at the end of the last fiscal year was around 1.73%. This year, based on the bank's fourth quarter reports, the bad debts have gone down to 1.3%. The bad debts at the end of the first quarter of the last fiscal year was 1.61% and 1.68% at the end of the second quarter. The bad debts went down to 1.38% by the end of the third quarter and 1.36% by the end of the last fiscal year, following a revision by the central bank. 22 banks, including Prabhu, Nepal, Civil, NCC, Rashtriya Banijya, Agriculture Development, among others, have reported decrease in bad debts. Meanwhile, 5 banks have reported higher bad debts. Banks that had allocated 19 billion rupees for loan losses have allocated just 11 billion rupees for the heading this year. Experts have attributed reloans, extensions in loan payment period, investments in working capital, among others, as the reasons behind the decrease in bad debts. Loans have gone up by 800 billion rupees this year compared to last year. Likewise, banks have released 150 billion rupees in reloan. 129 billion rupees of loan has been revised, and the payment periods for loans worth 93 billion rupees have been extended. 14 billion rupees has been invested for working capital loan.
In our Public Voice segment, we've asked locals in Kailali and Janakpur Dham what they think of the incumbent government's decision to introduce an ordinance to facilitate political parties in splitting. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
अध्यादेश ल्याएर यो पार्टीहरु विभाजन गर्नु यो ठीक होइन यो संविधानको बरखिलाफ हो हाम्रो संविधानमा यो हामीले सुन्या जस्तो छैन कि यस्तो यो अध्यादेश लागेकोले पार्टी विभाजन गर्नु जुन लागेको शेरबहादुर त्यो पुरै गलत हो संविधानलाई ट्र्याकमा ल्याउने प्रतिगमनकारीहरुलाई अलि पछाडी पार्ने हिसाबले अहिलेको अध्यादेश आएको छ
जुन सरकार आए पनि उस्तै गरेको हो एउटाले ल्याउने अर्कोले विरोध गर्ने आफू सत्तामा आउँदा त्यही गर्ने वास्तवमा नीति र कानुनको शासन हुनुपर्ने हो नि
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. The question is, what should be done to improve the living standard of the Raute community? Your options are A. Manage permanent living space, B. Financial assistance, and C. Emphasize on education and employment. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. That's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.